drawing manhwa man with only a mouse while I yap about random manhwa stuff. I guess starting off with Eun-hyuk. Overall iconic male lead. I was technically a Doa fan at first, but then I realized that he had no hope, so I deluded myself into being pro Eun-hyuk. By the way, here for the line art, I'm using my finger because I didn't know using a mouse would be easier at this point. I know it doesn't look like him, but I promise I get better in the later speed paints. You gotta trust the process. Anyways, does anyone else just change ships the moment that you find out the final pairing? Like, I just want to spare myself the frustration, so I'm like, fine. You want me to ship the main couple? I will ship the main couple. Maybe this is a form of quiet quitting. Like, I give in so easily. It takes a lot from the second lead to make me actually feel bad for him enough to get second lead syndrome. Cause at this point, like, I can't anymore. I can't. Apparently got a lot of Doa fans watching. Technically, only 16 people voted. So, like, I'm under the impression that a lot of people are hating on Operation True Love just because of how it fell off. But still, like, season 1 was so good. This one holds a special place in my heart always. Also, I know the proportions are not quite right, as in, like, he's not looking like himself right now. But, like, I guess you could say the rendering helps a little bit. Cause, like, the last time I used to draw seriously was in middle school, and I would draw Pokemon, so, like, the knowledge transfer is not quite there. My favorite Pokemon was Chandelure, and I would draw him over and over and over again. So, like, you can't expect much from me. This is so hard. Like, huge respect to all the manhwa artists out there. It's dedication to spend like 1 hour on each panel that the reader is gonna like scroll past in 1 second. Sometimes I get taken aback by a really beautiful panel, and then I just stare at it for 5 minutes and then move on. Maybe turn it into my wallpaper. You know what I mean? I don't read that many high school romances, especially compared to like historical. Wait, no, specifically Duke of the North. But my first manhwa was True Beauty. Like, I kept seeing the ads on YouTube, and I was curious enough to like click on it. I read like 100 chapters of it, and I was getting kind of bored, but I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have to force myself to read this. I can go check out the other manhwas on this app. Oh, wow! There you have it, the start of my manhwa addiction. Next up, we have the second male lead from It's Just Business, whose name I forgot. I actually don't care about him. I prefer the official pairing. Yeah, just ignore the weird sketch right now. Trust the process. But I saw this panel, and I'm like, this is gorgeous. I need to draw him. I was trying to find a good reference image of the CEO grandson on Pinterest, but like, I kept seeing like these goofy ass pictures of him. So I'm like, I don't feel like drawing that right now. I need a majestic panel. Could not find that on Pinterest, so we're drawing the second male lead now. It's really hard to draw circles with a mouse. Like, usually I draw a circle because everyone else is drawing a circle. I don't think it actually helps, probably because I'm not using it properly. I don't read that much CEO manhwa, like, at all. I don't know why. Like, it's not bad. The only ones I can name off the top of my head is this one and Aesop's Romance. You know, CEOs are not my preferred type of cold, egotistical rich man. Also, I know the lines are looking a little bit wobbly. There's so many buttons on here that I can't bother looking for the stroke stabilizer. I've read a few office romances though, but does that really count as CEO romance? I'm not really familiar with that genre. So, like, do CEO readers consider like regular in between to normal employee romance as like separate? And like, what if it was employee x manager? Would it also be like a separate category? For those manhwas that are a little bit ambiguous, like villain with a crush, would it also be considered an office romance? Because like, they have jobs and they're in office, but it's not really giving office romance per se. And then for like actor actress manhwa, like Muse on Fame for example, technically there are a few office-y aspects, but it's still not really giving office romance. So is it considered office? Or is this a debate not even relevant? I don't know. I would definitely say that I should have made his face longer because he kind of has a baby face right now. But otherwise, this is much better than the previous one, so I'll take it. Next up, we have Lord Rabeth. He's a 1,000-year-old dragon with a human form. You might hear that and think that this manhwa is slop, but trust me, it's not. What the evil dragon lives for is so wholesome. Well, like, apart from the creepy cousin, the trash family, and like the slimy high priest, I don't know. Well, apart from everything, the female lead, Elaine, is one of the most wholesome MCs out there. She's so kind-hearted and strong at the same time. Her benevolence comes not from ego, but from actually being a kind person, which is pretty rare. Because even the nice characters in manhwa tend to be like nice, but with a hidden agenda. Well, anyways, apparently she's the dragon's first love reincarnated. I know it may sound like some kind of weird age play and some of y'all might judge me for it, okay, fair point, but Rabeth is a good male lead. Both of them were there for each other at their lowest and helped build each other up. Do y'all enjoy a manhwa that's actually wholesome but sounds questionable when you try to describe it? Like, a circumstance apart, Elaine and her friends are so sweet. I feel like the author actually put effort into developing female friendships, and like there's a few redemption arcs, so that's pretty interesting. This time I tried to make the reference image kind of mirror my recreation so I don't mess up the proportions again, and like I think it kind of worked. Anyways, this is a cute historical manhwa, not necessarily my favorite one, but his character design is rather simple and the rendering looks like something that I could probably do, so I decided to draw him. And as you can tell, I'm pretty much giving up on the clothing design. Remind me to never draw historical manhwa ever again, but actually you don't need to, because at this point of the video I'm already crashing out. Finally, we have Kim Solum, and I know what you're thinking, this isn't a manhwa, but the thing is, it's apparently getting one on June the 5th, or apparently, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I'd like to believe that it is. So unless you're watching like right after I posted, then I'm absolutely correct to put him in this video. This is the first Korean web novel that I've ever read. I saw fire fan art on Pinterest, which means I gotta read it. When the manhwa comes out, I will make a video about it. Like, surprisingly, a lot of manhwa I read come from scrolling Pinterest and seeing random panels. I practically live on Pinterest. And let me tell you, this one is so good. Like, if you want to read something that actually ties all the plot points together and like small details become relevant later and the author doesn't just forget about them, this is the one. If you've read ORV and likes it, this is you should read this for sure. I'm trying a new technique here where I'm not doing line art. I'm just doing like color blocking, because I saw a lot of people on Pinterest doing that, so I thought I would like mix it up a little bit, and boy did I regret it. The hair was a nightmare, and half of the time I was like confused by where the color should be going because there's no lines guiding me. But of course, eventually I gave up and continued doing line art. And you know what? I was gonna draw his hand, but the coloring absolutely just straight up took me out. If I had to draw him, well, I'm never gonna use this technique ever again because it kind of looks a little bit messed up, probably because I'm not doing it properly. But anyways, here's all four of them side by side if you want them, like if you care. Well, anyways, bye.